Welcome to another Eaglevp's Christmas themed live stream on Saturday, the 3rd of December. My name's Keith, and my co host is
Tim, good evening,
Tim.
everybody. Welcome.
And what we're going to be talking about tonight is Christmas markets, believe it or not.
We
Christmas
are.
markets bring much needed festive cheer to our cities as the dark night set in all around the UK. So I'm going to ask Tim how many markets he has visited in the past.
I've done none this year so far, but I've done quite a few in the past. Now, there used to be a big one in Hyde Park. They probably still do it. Now, I'd recommend that you don't bother with that one because, and I'll tell you for why, it gets rammed. There's so many people there, you can't enjoy it. It's just not enjoyable. Unless of course you like being squeezed in and rammed and bumped and shoved and it's a nightmare. They do one just across the old harbour here in Portsmouth. In fact, I didn't actually go to it, but I walked through it um, on Sunday, as it happens, and I'll be doing the same tomorrow because I should be walking through Gunwharf, where the Christmas market is, to get to the ferry
Yes,
to
well,
come
this is
back.
it. My local Christmas market, which started on the 1st, which was Thursday, and is running till tomorrow, is the Lincoln Christmas market.
That's
I
very
haven't been
short.
through. Yeah. It's only
Normally
a
they run
four
for a
day.
week or two.
No, it's only a 4 day Christmas market at
Ah,
Lincoln. And hello, Richard. Nice to have you in.
good
Yeah,
evening,
I haven't
Richard.
been this year, and I don't intend going because last time I went there, similar to your experience, it's a lovely market, but it gets
Just
so many
just
people
too
there.
many people there. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
if you really into Christmas markets, I would suggest that you take the opportunity to go something like jump on. I think Queen Mary does it. I think Fred Olsen does it, and maybe one or two other lines. They do trips across to the continent to do the Christmas markets. I mean, the Germans really know how to do a Christmas market. Um,
yeah. I know
so
that.
so they'll take you up to Hamburg. You go up the river, up the Elbe, uh, dock in Hamburg. You have a day in Hamburg to go round the Christmas markets there. You'll either do Bruges on the way up there or Bruges on the way back, or Zeebrugge. And the Belgians are okay at doing the Christmas markets, almost as good as the Germans. Um, for us, I mean, Christmas markets is something fairly new. Um, they haven't been doing them for that many years. They caught on, I don't know when we started doing them. It's only about 15 years ago that we started doing the Christmas markets, big style in this country, taking the sort of, what do you call it, from Germany. I mean, the
Yeah.
Germans have been doing it for donkey's years. It's like people have started doing Oktoberfest in this country.
Yeah.
Um, when if you really want to experience an Oktoberfest, Munich's the place to go. To
Yeah,
the Hofbrauhaus
definitely,
and
definitely.
the
I
big
I have been
steins
in the
of
past.
beer. So,
Yeah, I have been in the past, Tim, to Oktoberfest, but I've been doing some research about the top 10 Christmas markets here in the UK, and
go on
guess
then,
what? You'd never think that number one would be Cardiff. Cardiff
Cardiff.
is
Yeah, who'd have thought the Welsh
yeah,
would be able to do anything half decent? I mean, they can't play football,
yeah.
can they?
No, and it says here that runs from November the 10th to the 23rd, and it's the best for independent local sellers. So
Ah,
that's why it is ranked as number one here in the UK.
for sellers. So it means people
Yeah,
are out there spending a few bob that
yeah. They're
most of
all
them probably
independent
haven't got
sellers.
to start with.
Yeah, that's right. So you look at that, and then one that really surprised me for being transformed into a Christmas fantasy world is Blenheim Palace, which
Oh,
is rated number 2, and that runs from November the 18th to January the 2nd. So there's still very uh,
why?
many
Oh,
more weeks really to
yeah.
go visiting there.
Blenheim Palace is up in Oxfordshire, isn't it? So it's.
Yeah,
I guess when it's spread out that long, it doesn't get quite so crowded on a daily basis. I mean, you've obviously it's going to be busy over the weekends, but certainly
mm,
it's probably worth going during the week
yeah,
when it's a little bit quieter. There's
yeah.
nothing worse than trying to get through narrow alleyways with stalls either side and people barging you out of the way and dogs trying to pee up your leg and kids
Yeah.
screaming because they don't want to be there because it's cold, it's wet, and it's miserable.
You're right there.
Yeah, it's
And
just it's kind of a worst nightmare, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. It's smart because I don't like crowds. I mean, I'd much prefer going, as you said, to the continental Christmas markets. I would
even
have
they
thought
get
you'd still get.
busy.
Yeah, I would have thought they would have got busy.
Yeah,
So, and then number 3 in the list of the top 10 is Birmingham, and that runs from November the 5th to December the 23rd. And
blimey.
that's in the Victorian Square. And guess what?
Go on.
It's the biggest German market here in the
Oh,
UK.
yeah, because that's
So
where
it's all
that's where
based
they
on
imported
German
from in the
things.
first place, the Germans.
Yeah,
Now that
yeah.
surprises me because I mean Birmingham, the latest census that have come out, the 2000. What's the latest census we did? 2021.
2019.
Was
Yeah,
it 19 or 21?
yeah,
Whenever the
2019.
census said that the major cities in the country are no longer predominantly white. White is a minority in those big cities, and Birmingham was one of them. So it surprises me that they've managed to sort of do the Christmas markets and stuff when I don't know what the main ethnic population is in Birmingham, but I guess it's one that doesn't celebrate Christmas.
Mm.
just
Although people born here in the UK,
Yeah,
most of them,
I
no matter
suppose
what,
yeah, it's a shopping centre, isn't it? It's a big. I mean, people
yeah,
go to what was the old bull ring that's all been
yeah,
sort of revamped and everything like that. It's supposed to be a really good shopping centre if you like shopping centres.
yeah. This is it. And number 4 in the list is York. Now, York, similar to Lincoln, got the
Yeah,
cathedral there. It's oldie worldy. A lot of crowds go there, and that runs from November the 17th to the 23rd of December again. So it's over a longer period. So
yeah,
maybe you don't get so many crowds.
and I guess one of the other big attractions to York is the railway museum there. I guess a
Yeah.
lot of people go to the railway museum and then do the Christmas market after, or vice versa. They both bring in people to the city.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's where that had come from.
Yes. And number 5, could you guess what number 5 is?
Oh, I would say Manchester.
No, it's Chester, which runs from November the
Oh,
18th to the 22nd. Good evening there, Johnny Five. Thank you for dropping by on this live stream. And we're talking about
evening, Johnny.
the, the best Christmas markets to go visit to here in the UK.
Now, I
And
mean,
we're up to
Chester's
number 5.
not too far from Manchester, is it? So,
No.
yeah,
And that's because of the Victorian Gothic and medieval city. Brings together
yeah,
It brings together 60 wooden cabins, piled high with festive treats. So it sounds very, very interesting. I've never been to Chester at Christmas time. Been quite a few other times to Chester because I love going to the old part of Chester, the city.
Well, my old section commander um, came from Chester or lived in Chester. He died about 3 years ago
Yeah,
from cancer. It was horrible. I mean, I went up to see him a couple of times while he was ill, and to see the decline was pretty horrendous. And then we went back up there for the funeral as well. And I'm still, I mean, I used to babysit for his kids. They're now 40 odd.
yeah. And,
So, yeah,
and I
it
see
was
Johnny's
been
put a nice
emotional.
comment. Johnny's put in there Dewsbury as a nice Christmas market.
Yeah,
Leeds market's gone downhill. I didn't know Dewsbury had a Christmas market,
didn't
so
know
that's
Leeds had
interesting.
one either. So
Yeah.
come on, what's number 6 on the list?
What's number 6 on the list is Bath or
Bath.
Bath. Yeah, Bath. Hello, Lee. Anfield
Evening,
Road
Lee.
layout in
So, yeah, Bath.
Bath. Yes, and that runs
Oh,
from the 25th of November to the 19th of December, and there's 130 stalls there.
wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
And they're
and number
also these
7
log
on the
cabin
list.
types, I suppose.
And number 7 on the list is not far from you, I believe, and that
Go on.
is the city of Southampton.
Southampton, yeah. I've not actually been over. I know where it is. It's just up from the Isle of Wight ferry, the
Yeah,
Red Funnel. As you come off the Red Funnel, it's sort of up the old street towards the town centre.
yeah,
Um,
and I think it would be worth you popping over because it's another
might do.
German theme market.
Yeah, I might nip along there next week. When does it
Yeah, yeah.
finish?
Take some video of it or photographs. I see Lee says he's working on a build on his workbench, so he's doing more with his model railway. And
Ah,
wait for number 8, and number 8 is Belfast.
Belfast.
Yeah,
Belfast is. I've heard quite a few good things about Belfast recently.
yeah,
I mean, when when I was there in '77, it wasn't such a nice place. Trust me, and they were distinctly unfriendly types back then. But they've done an awful lot with the city, particularly sort of around the city itself. Didn't it become a city of culture recently?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and they've got the Titanic Centre there
yeah,
because that's
yeah,
where they built it in Ireland and Wolf Shipyard.
yeah. Correct.
Um,
Yes.
so yeah, I'd imagine they would have a good one now. I mean,
Yeah.
they're kind of getting along with each other at the moment, aren't they, over there?
Yes.
Mind you, they are being stitched up by the Brexit thing and the Northern Ireland Protocol and Article 16. I think, from what I can gather, it's the price of Brexit is to give up Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So I think they're throwing them under the bus, actually.
It is. And number 9 is
Scrum half
Norwich.
one. Norwich.
9 is Norwich,
Norwich.
and it has plenty of homegrown products because it's a growing area, isn't
Yeah,
it?
load
Of
of
the
carrots up
UK.
there.
Yeah.
Ca-
So,
Carrots, turnips, and
yeah,
Bernard Matthews. Get the old
yeah.
turkeys. Bernard Matthews turkeys. That's good old country up there, Norfolk. So that's number 9,
Yeah,
is it?
and yes, and number 10
Yeah.
is the one that I mentioned earlier on, Lincoln.
Link. Now, is that at the bottom of the hill or is it at the top of the hill? By the
It's at the top of the
cathedral.
hill. It's
God,
at the,
are you ever walked up that hill? It's a killer.
Yes, I know. Yes, it really is a killer.
It's like that. It's like climbing the north face of the Eiger.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
it is. Really is, Tim.
I
But
went to
they are the top 10 of the best UK markets to visit here in the UK.
I'll tell you a little fact about Lincoln Cathedral. I went there. My first commanding officer had his memorial service there, and I arrived. I came up from London on the Rattler, and I got dropped off at the bottom of the hill, climbing hills like that. It was like going up the North Face of the Eiger. Time I got to the cathedral at the top, I was of a bit of a sweaty mess.
Yeah. Oh, Richard says he can't believe Edinburgh isn't on the list. It is.
Yeah, it's
It's
way
number
down.
12, Richard. It's number
12.
12.
What's
Yeah,
11
yeah.
then?
11 is Winchester.
That's just up the road from here as well, Winchester. I've
Yeah,
heard that
yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah,
quite a good Christmas market, as it
yeah.
happens.
Yeah. I'm just reading about it. It's got a British Crafts Village, ice skates, covered ice rink that you can go to.
Ah,
Some amazing food. It's a French themed in Winchester, so yeah, But
French don't know how to
Edinburgh's
do
ranked.
markets
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
it's a
But
cheese
Edinburgh's
market.
ranked 12th.
They're all right
Never.
doing cheese.
Yeah, you'd never believe. And number 13. You'll never
Yeah,
guess what number 13 is,
unlucky for some,
eh?
unlucky
It's the
for
one you
some.
mentioned at the beginning, not to go to.
London,
Yeah, Hyde
Hyde
Park.
Park. It's it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. It's on for a good couple of weeks, but
Yeah,
every single day it's rammed, and
yeah, yeah,
it's kind of got bigger and bigger.
yeah,
And the problem is that they have a fun fair there as well, and it's all contained down the bottom end, the sort of
yeah,
the Knightsbridge end, not the top end. Of course, I mean they across all that grass and everything.
yeah, yeah,
It's down the bottom end on the R's, standing just off of Marble Arch, and
yeah,
yeah, it's just so busy. And I guess people tie that in with going from there, and they just walk down to Oxford Street, which is horrendous this time of the year. I mean, it's not brilliant any time of the year going down Oxford Street. It's always busy, but
yeah.
this time of the year with the Christmas market, it's a nightmare in London. Oh no, I used to work there for 8 years, and it's made even
Yeah.
harder. You, you can't guarantee on getting there on a train. So if you get there, you've got to worry about whether you're going to get back out again.
Yeah,
It's
and it's fun viewing. Says Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you very much for
Thank you
that.
very much. Merry Christmas
Yeah,
to you, and a prosperous New
14,
Year.
14, Richard, is Manchester, and you say no to Manchester. Could you tell us why?
Yeah.
I've sent you the link, by the way, Richard. So if you want to come on and tell us why no Manchester, you can join. Come on the live and tell us
Mm,
why no Manchester, because that's number 14.
Manchester.
Yeah,
I was up in Manchester the other year, last year. Um,
yeah,
I was stopping actually. I was actually stopping in Chester for a couple of days with my my old commander's wife. I stopped with her for a couple of days and we had a really good catch up. And then I went into Manchester on the Sunday to the Reform UK Party conference. And I'm actually signed up, a paid up member of Reform UK. So that's
yeah.
kind of where my vote's going in the next election. And
Oh,
before you say, well, you get a Labour government, I don't care. If enough people see sense and don't vote for what they know, and give give the old Reform UK a chance, because they're standing
yeah,
about 630 candidates across the country. They're bound to
yeah.
get a few in, People see
Yeah.
sense. I mean, they're the only party that's going to stand up for us. They've got a clear idea of how to sort the NHS out. They've got a clear idea on how to sort the EU out and Brexit. They've got a clear idea how to tackle the illegal migrant problem that we've got. It just takes people with a little bit of faith to put that cross in that box against reform and vote for proper change instead of what you know you're going to get stitched up for. And when you look at the policies that the Tories are following at the moment, I mean, net zero. Why? Why? It just doesn't make sense. You need carbon in the atmosphere to be able to produce oxygen to breathe. Get rid of the carbon altogether, you're buggered. But there you go. Get off my high horse on that one.
Christmas market theme then.
Christmas markets, yes. Who was number 16?
15 is Stratford on Avon.
Brush up your Shakespeare. That one.
Yes, and that's a Victorian themed market.
Well, it would be.
So that sounds good. And then at number 16, we've got Nottingham, which isn't so far from us, from me. You know, I've never been. It's
you ain't missed a lot.
Yeah. It looks nice. The photographs that's on here that I'm looking at. And number 17, Richard says, no, Johnny 5 says Leeds. No, Leeds is number 17. So 17. It's on the list.
He's done well to get on the list.
Yeah. So, and that's I'm not doing any more because they're not worth bothering about, really.
Oh, what? So, what? 18, 19, and 20.
What was number 1? Number 1 was Chester. Cardiff. Sorry, Cardiff. Cardiff.
I was just thinking.
Number 1. Yeah. It's been here, recommended, well worth a visit. Number 1 in the list to visit. Don't know why.
Is it a German-styled one, or is it? Was it typically Welsh? Is it? Where were you going when I saw you coming back? Whose coat is this jacket?
Yeah, it's because it showcases the original works of craftspeople and artists of Wales. So, you know,
Welsh cakes.
Wander around the stores, the perfect handmade stockings. Come with an appetite because there's plenty of seasonal food there and drinks. So that's all it says about it. It just says that it's number 1 on the list.
Oh, you got to work out who put that list together and have they been round them all? Yeah.
Lee says Liverpool Christmas market is good. Never been to Liverpool Christmas market, Lee.
Liverpool? Are you serious?
Yeah. So just going to welcome Richard.
You come back with your car up on bricks and your pockets empty.
Just going to welcome Richard, RB Rail, to the stream.
Oh.
How are we doing?
Good evening, Richard. So
Good evening, Richard.
What are your thoughts on Christmas markets?
The only one I ever go to is Manchester.
Is it any good?
What do you think to Manchester?
Well, I think it's very nice. It's always busy, you know, but it's very nice, and there's plenty of stuff there, you know. It's the only one I've been to.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. Because I've never been to Manchester at Christmas time. So I was just wondering what it's like. Is there many stalls there?
There's a lot. Quite a lot. I've been to the one in Edinburgh years ago, and that one is scattered all over the city. It's massive.
Yeah. Mainly down Princes Street, isn't it? Right down the middle there.
Yeah, they sort of have a Christmas market and like another section for New Year. They call it Hogmanay, I think.
Yeah, and they also got a fun fair all down there, and that's below the street, isn't it? That's down in the sort of park where they put the fun fair.
Is the Edinburgh, and that's why I'm surprised it's so far down the list. I thought it'd be, in top 10.
Yeah,
it's the fact that you've got to go to Scotland to get there.
Yeah,
and Scotland under Sturgeon isn't a nice place to go. Not for the English anyway.
yeah. I mean,
It isn't.
the Chester one, I can see why that's on, because Chester's quite a nice place without a market.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's one of the nicer places to go to.
Yeah, I've been to Chester quite a few times, but never been to the Christmas market. And that's it. And as Tim said in the first place, because we were talking about Christmas markets abroad. Have you ever been abroad to a Christmas market?
No, I've never been abroad at Christmas.
No.
Been abroad a lot, but never been at Christmas.
Yeah.
But I always tend to go to the Canary Islands every time I go abroad. One of them.
Yeah.
Sit on a beach for
I
a couple of
wonder
weeks.
if they have any Christmas markets. I wonder if they have any Christmas markets in Tenerife or Lanzarote.
Definitely, yeah.
Or
They do,
They
because
do?
I've just been watching a live stream a couple of days ago about one. There's a guy called Night Strider, not Night Rider, Night Strider, and he streams from Tenerife every tea time he does.
All right.
Yeah.
And he has a walkabout, and it's really interesting. It is. He lives there, but he's English, but he lives there. And it's a right good channel. It's called Night Strider.
I have to have a look at that then.
Tenerife. He owns a car hire company in Tenerife. He's
So what about 11 Reef?
And he records every night. He goes in the restaurants and tells you about the restaurants. And he went round the Christmas market and just everything about Tenerife, basically.
Yeah. Well, it's lovely time of year to be there because it's warm.
Yeah.
It was 25 today, I think, somewhere around there.
I could happily live in Tenerife, no problem.
Yeah. So could I, or anywhere warm, because I hate the winter.
There's some clouds bobbing around above your head, Keith. Are they supposed to be there?
Yeah. Well, it's part of the background, but it comes into.
It's snowing here.
Yeah, and it's snowing there. I like it when he starts dropping the tenors and the 20s and everything like that.
Oh,
yeah, I was watching you last night. There was a guy on that one throwing snowballs at camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've got to sit down to do that.
Yeah.
So what is this pod that we're talking on now?
It's Melon.
I've never even heard of this.
It's similar to StreamYards, but when I took the Melon out, because I used to use StreamYards, but I took Melon out, and because I took it out when it first started, it cost me £10.39 in the first, but it's gone up to about, with the exchange rate, it's about £11.40 now I pay. But
that's a month, is it?
I'm going out at 1080. It's got all the same things as StreamYards. It's got local recording. The one thing that it's got, which I think is better than StreamYards, it's got a when I can find it, it's got a teleprompter, so I could write things and discuss them, and it comes up on the screen. You wouldn't see it, but I would see it.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah. It really is. It's got a teleprompter, and you can put in how many. I'll tell you how many words you can put in. I don't know. You've got 2,000 words, and then once you've filled that, you add another one to it, and it just goes over. But you can't see it. See, that's the thing. It's there for my benefit. So, like what I started with on this stream, it was just teleprompting up. So I just read it as it went up, and you can alter the speed on it. And I think that's brilliant, especially if you're doing one on your own, because you can do it. All the everything there.
I'm the one that cocks it all up for him.
Do it all out. Yeah.
and I'm on Eaglevp Live.
My mate Paul's in. Paul from.
So I'm on Eaglevp Live.
From Wales. Good evening,
and
Paul.
Coming in via.
Nice to see you.
Via what's the name? What do you call it? Virtual camera. So this
Restream.
Yeah. No, I'm on
camera,
Eaglevp Live, and I use Ecamm, and then the Ecamm comes as a virtual camera onto Melon. That's why I've got all the graphics in the background.
Oh, is that what? Oh. Yeah.
And so we just dressed the scene today, ready for the quiz on Tuesday. So it's all ready to go.
Because Tim does. Hello, Jeanette. Jeanette's on as well. Welcome to my short stream. And what we've been talking about is Christmas markets, and we've done the top 17, I think.
Yeah, so, we dismissed the last 3 because you didn't think they was worthy.
No, and Sheffield didn't even make the list of the top 20.
Good grief!
So
you'd have thought Meadowhall would have got something. Oh well.
Yeah.
They dipped out this year then.
Yeah, Meadowhall.
And Jeanette's saying hello to Richard. So Paul, the one opposite me, Tim Heel 9. That's his channel name, Tim Heel 9. He does podcasts and he does a quiz every Tuesday, and he talks about Sheffield Market. Oh, Sheffield Market's crap, so Jeanette says. Well, it didn't make the list, which is I was surprised, you know.
Yeah, it's going some not to get on that list, I can tell you. It didn't have an awful lot of competition.
Yeah, but this is it. It's everybody's different. Everybody has a different opinion of different places, don't they? You know,
yeah.
I mean,
a lot of it comes down to individual taste, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because I mean, after reading about the Birmingham one being a German-based themed market, that would interest me more than any other.
Yeah.
Get the big what do you call them? The big sausages.
Oh, bratwurst.
Yeah.
I'm bratwurst pomfrets better.
And Lee says Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool. I can't see that being. You come back with your empty pockets, your car up on bricks. Yeah.
What a thing.
I know.
So,
well, I'm just generalising. I'm only going on.
Yeah. So Paul.
Experience.
Paul says hi to you, Richard. 007. He's got a food channel. Paul. He does hot and spicy on a Saturday night, and he's he gets some views on it. He's brilliant channel, brilliant food, and he also goes round his own town in Wales as well. He produces very, very good content. Highly recommend him to people. Great guy as well. I followed Paul for a long, long time, and he's been a follower of my channel, which, I don't know why, because I'm nothing special. Content is rubbish. That's what I say. But
I don't know. You got me on
anyway. Yeah, I know, and I've got Richard on, which I'm really pleased because I'm going to have a talk with him after the live stream, because I'm going to talk about his channel on Time with Gramps. So I'm going to close that this live stream now. So I appreciate you all coming in, and I'll see you tomorrow night, roughly about the same time, 9:30, 10, for a short live stream again on a Christmas theme. So
and you never know,
bye for now.
I might be with you.
Yeah. Bye for now, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.